David, just give us your thoughts on that game this afternoon.
Pleased, obviously, first and foremost by the way we approached it. We challenged players before the game to ensure that we had an energy about our performance when we had the ball, when we were trying to get regains, with a purpose to our play. And I think that was evident pretty much through the whole 90 minutes. Obviously scoring some really good goals in there as well.
And like you say, the players did keep that going for the duration of the 90 minutes, which must be pleasing, that the professional way they dealt with that.
Yeah, well listen, you're going to get different types of games in this league. We've got to be really respectful of the opposition, but I think the best way of being or showing that respect is to make sure we try and hit our highest level. I'm not saying that was necessarily the case today, but I think there's certainly, the energy was really evident, as I said to you, which I think sets a standard, and then the quality obviously came after that, which was really pleasing.
And we saw a few substitutes as well. Leithen come on for his debut. How has he settled into the B team in the first few days?
Well, he's only been a few days, as you've described there, and he seems a very kind of pleasant sort of guy. He's really keen to learn and get himself involved within the group, and today was an opportunity to get him involved. We decided that last minute, given that he only pretty much trained yesterday before today's game, but there's an opportunity to get him on the bench, and obviously we've seen as the game was developing that we could get him on, and you can see right away he's got a talent, and obviously we'll look forward to working with that.
And a few of the under-18 players got on to make their debuts as well, which must be pleasing to see them get the opportunity in the Lowland League.
That's really pleasing. Greg Allen's literally just turned 16. He's recently been away in a Scotland 17s camp. He's going, I think he's in an upcoming one coming up next week again against Wales, double header. So that's really pleasing one. Leithen Dunlop's still only 16 as well. So them two, with really good reports with the 18s. It was an opportunity that we took, and obviously today was, when you start the game before, we were hoping to get them on, but obviously it was an opportunity that we couldn't turn down, and I think both of them acquitted themselves really well, and it looked normal to them. So I think that's also pleased as well. You think about how we're trying to play as a B team, which is trying to replicate the first team style. The 18s are also trying to do that to a certain degree as well, so you can see they fitted in seamlessly, and at the game that was really pleasing. But you also add in Jack Hartness at right back, who's also under 18, Mackenzie Strachan, who's been with us for most of the season, but also kind of going back and forward to the two squads. So when you look at them all together, it was pleasing to see them on there. I'm sure that the lads enjoyed that themselves.
And a few of the B team players were obviously away with the first team, which would have been a great experience for them, but then came back and had their impact in this game today too.
Terrific experience for them. Obviously you look at Cole and Alex, who didn't use today. They've been very prominent in terms of the B squad. Alex was his second opportunity going with the first team, and these are massive learning opportunities to go and watch how the players prepare, listen to obviously the staff, what the demands are of them, and watch the game as it's developing, recognising what changes are getting made during the games as well to try and get the right result. And that was a huge night for the club on Thursday in terms of getting to the Europa League, and 4 of our lads got to experience that. And obviously Kyle McCallum and Aaron today come back in and play obviously a part in today's performance as well. Aaron getting a couple of goals in there as well, which is good for him, because obviously last week we challenged him a little bit on having more of an impact in the final third. His play up until the 18-yard box has been good, but there's an impact required in the box as well, which he's done today. But watching what the first team forwards do for Aaron's great as well, and try to bring as much of what he's learned back to the group for himself, but also for the rest of the squad as well.
And we are heading into an international break now. There's 5 B team players away with Scotland. How do you hope the Lowland League experience that they've had will benefit them at international level as well? As
I said, all the games are different, and it'll be the same at international level with different levels of opposition. Some games you'll get a little bit more time in the ball, some games maybe not so much. So that's a challenge that we're getting with the Lowland League at the moment, where you're playing against men and some of the games are different. So we're away with Scotland. Hopefully they'll use this experience. I think all of them are really deserving of the opportunity to go in. They've been very prominent in what we've been doing, so they're deserving of this, and I know they're looking forward to it. Hopefully they'll come back, having had a couple of good experiences in there as well, and come back and help us.